G-thoughtz.
Wherefore art thou? Wherefore art thou?
So I had a thought just now. Bear with me. Who's speaking? Yeah, you'll figure it out. So Travis Kelce has a podcast. Well, Jason Kelce has a podcast, but Travis is on it. Oh, kid. A little piss and vinegar. No, but they have a podcast. Pretty popular. Yeah, some people listen to it. You sarcastic prick. Should I ask the question or should you? Because I agree. You do. I do. Why does Taylor Kelce not have a fucking podcast? Yeah, Freudian slip? Not quite. Travis Swift. Why doesn't Taylor Swift have a podcast? That's a great question. I think both the lit and the meta would like to know. Because in the lit meta, it would make total sense, would it not? Yeah, maybe. Unless she just, she wants to hoard all her thoughts and feelings and emotions and perspective of the world in pressers and promotional interviews. Now you're getting bitter. I'm not. This is the truth. And put it all in your songs and present it as art. Because maybe Taylor Swift doesn't think that a podcast is art. Well, does Travis Swift know that? Well, Jason Kelce does. He's just having a fucking blast. And he does shit on ESPN, which is hilarious. I saw him on the Manning cast. Yeah, the Manning cast. It's a fucking. Do you like the Manning cast? Yeah, it's okay. Sometimes I like it. The wind's blowing. Okay, it's. I do. I actually like it a lot. Me too. The wind's blowing. Yeah, they're pretty funny. And man, when they nail it with the fucking Romo-like predictions, oh yeah, they're good. They're really good what they do. And so are the Kelces. But come on, Taylor Swift podcast. Would you not listen to that every fucking day if you had to? I don't know about every day. Okay, how about twice a week? Of course I'd listen to it. What if it was 3 hours long? It was like a Joe Rogan thing? Not quite, but I mean, you gonna cut Taylor off? And no one cuts Taylor off. She just fucking, I see where this is going. She sings like fucking 33 songs. She's gonna keep going, right? Oh, I see where you're going with this, do you? Yeah, you don't see where this is going. Trust me. Hi, hello. She should have a podcast and it should go on as long as it needs to. You don't think she could get any interview on earth? I mean, she could get Putin. In what way? You know what I mean. Oh, come on. I guess. I wouldn't want to hear Taylor Swift freaking interview Vladimir Putin. You wouldn't? No, not really. But I mean, if she interviewed Cardi B and they were talking about music and stuff, that'd be pretty badass. I'm sure they would talk about a bunch of shit. What if she were to somehow interview Whitney Houston? Whitney Houston's dead. Or the modern day version. I'll put a blank space there. Any amazing art, but it doesn't have to be artists. It could be anybody, actors, actresses, beautiful babies. I mean, she'd bring on anybody. Beautiful who? We move on. She could get, all right, so here's the X plus Y equals E. Oh, we're going to make a case for Taylor Swift fucking podcast. Yeah, I'm going to do that real quick. It's kind of like a loose X plus Y equals E. First of all, she's incredibly interesting. She is. She has, more than interesting. She's incredibly deep. She's incredibly empathetic. She's incredibly significant, popular. I mean, I could go up all the different categories that will make her a perfect podcast host. Except for one. What's that? Would she want to have someone else do most of the speaking? And not her? Could she listen? I think she could. Do you really? And then could she listen to herself back for 3 hours? The light just went on. It just did. For 3 hours, every time she did it, and pick out all the little intricacies and all this, see if there's code in her own words spoken back to her, because she must dissect her own music and her own lyrics like crazy. What do you mean? In other words, kind of like what we do with our pods. We go back and see if there's hidden messages on the lit, the meta, and the lit meta for the audience, or if it's directed at some particular person, wink, 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 wink. And then we listen back for ourselves. We do the same thing with our long form pods on the G-Talk, don't we? We do. And at the end of the day, like, she probably doesn't have enough time in her day. She knows it would be more work for her to do. I'm not buying it. Get out of my way. Here. The why. Why would she want to do it? Well, I'm waiting. What's her why? Why does she need a fucking podcast? Is it more you need a podcast? I could use another one. We have a lot of time in our day. We do. You could listen in 1.5x speed. We can't. Though I don't want to listen to Taylor like a chipmunk or anything like that, but I'd listen to the whole thing. I think the why would be because maybe she needs to take a break from music. You said it yourself. I did. You didn't like her last album. I mean, you didn't think... Okay. I thought it sounded amazing. I thought that it was produced. It had all the pretty colors, had all the pretty glaze, like on a painting, and all, it's flowers or whatever. And yay, it's the sun, opalite, woohoo! At the end of the day, though, what's the true meaning behind it all? When I started to dissect it, I'm like, this is nonsense. So wouldn't you love a podcast for her to maybe go a little bit deeper on some of the subject matter that's in it? Wouldn't that add more color to your painting, or maybe some depth to it? And that way you could figure out something that you didn't on the initial listens. Yeah, but that's a why. But what if it was the other thing that you had said? Oh, Taylor Swift for president? I'm just joking. Were you? What if the world needed to know more of Taylor as just a regular person, not on stage or not on a stage? Like she's not in an interview. She's not on the red carpet. She's not performing on tour. A podcast is a way of breaking someone down to their two parts. They're lit and meta, and kind of seeing them go back and forth. You see it with Joe Rogan all the time. What do you mean? He kind of does what we do throughout 3 hours of speaking with his guests. He does what we do, but he doesn't, separate it like we do. He bounces back and forth between his lit and the meta mind constantly. That's why he loves doing a podcast. It stimulates both sides of his mind. I mean, he's an incredible thinker, but he's also tied to the physical. Look at his physical nature. That's a good point. He needs to feel the endorphins. And he has a crisis of existentialism. He's got to remind himself constantly that he's alive. And then once he gets that out of the way, he can go live. And he wants to experience everything. That's pretty poetic. It's true. I think Taylor Swift's the same thing. I know she is. You don't know. You've never met her. Okay, yeah, the equation. I get it. You put her through the equation, kid. That's what you do. You can figure out all these people. So I'm going to ask you again. You love Joe Rogan. I do. So why wouldn't you love Taylor Swift podcast? Thank you for rephrasing that. Thanks. I mean, at the end of the day, what? I guess I'd watch it. Are you going to ever watch New Heights again? Nah, fuck him.
Did it make you complete? Did I make you complete? The greatest sin of man is her sweetest truth. The greatest sin of man is his sweetest tooth. One day